Niigata Prefecture. The Shinano River is the longest river in Japan. The area around this massive river basin was subjected to environmental change 8,000 years ago and became a world-renowned snow country. It was in this snow country 5,000 years ago that flame pots were made. They have 4 exaggerated projections that are a characteristic feature of the Jomon period. The villages of the people who made the flame-type pots were centered in the Shinano River Basin. The scale and density of villages were greater than anywhere else in Japan. We can still see the scenery and culture of the snow country created by the Jomon people. Many museums and resource centers around the area show artifacts, including national treasures and important cultural properties. A beautiful landscape full of nature can be seen around them. Tsunan Town. River terraces. Sites from the Jomon period are scattered on the stair-like river terraces. They are like an art piece of nature created over thousands of years. Ryugakubo is a spring with a rich supply of water from the heavy snowfall. Remains from the Jomon period are closely situated in the area, and the landscape remains unchanged from the Jomon period. Okinohara site is a circular settlement in the Shinano River Basin that was home to the flame-type pots of the Jomon period. It is a very important site to study Jomon culture in the snow country and was designated as a National Historic Site in 1978. Dodaira site artifacts. Flame pots and crown pots were found in a near-perfect state and are representative pieces from the upper Shinano River area. They tell us a lot about the technology of that time. Akiyama Village. The lifestyle of people living in the mountains can still be seen in the beautiful nature. Angin. It is a fabric made from yarn using plant fibers like ramie and akaso, native to the area. It is knitted using technology called twining. It is believed to date back to the Jomon period and was first found here in Tsunan City. Tokamachi City. The beautiful beech forest in the upper Shinano River Basin that has the feel of Jomon is Bijinbayashi. Kyotsu Gorge is a magnificent site created by the Shinano River and its tributaries. It is a grand gorge with sheer rocky cliffs. They are both landscapes that are representative of Tokamachi City and remain unchanged from the Jomon period. Sasayama site. A huge Jomon village site in the mid-Shinano River area. There are many pit dwelling sites, and some have been reconstructed. The national treasures, Sasayama site artifacts, were excavated from the Sasayama site. They consist of 928 pieces, including the famous flame-type pots. When seen, these pots overwhelm with their elaborate protruding decorations and primitive shape and beauty. Tokamachi City Museum showcases these artifacts, along with items to weather the heavy snow, and spinning machines for fabric-making techniques such as ojiya chijimi and ichigo jofu. Rare items that reflect the culture and wisdom of the snow country passed down through generations from the Jomon period. Nagaoka City. Umataka Sanjuinaba site. It is a big village site from the mid to late Jomon period. The Umataka site is from the mid-Jomon period and shows a typical Jomon village with many pit dwellings forming a circular settlement. From this site, many stone artifacts and clay figures have been excavated, as well as flame pots and crown pots. They can be seen in the adjacent Umataka Jomon Museum. The earthenware first found at the Umataka site are the only ones to be called flame pots, whereas similar ones excavated from other sites are differentiated as flame-type pots. Fujihashi site. It is a huge village site of the late Jomon period, one of the few villages that made beads from jade and other gemstones. Typical stilted houses with raised floors have been reconstructed. Actual pillar holes can be seen in the remains pavilion. Ojinsai Festival. This annual festival, held on November 5th at the Kinpu Shrine, shows the close relationship with the Shinano River. The priest cuts a salmon from the Shinano River without touching it, using metal chopsticks and a knife. Then it is prepared in the shape of a torii gate and offered to the gods. This is an important ritual that shows how natural blessings from the Shinano River, like salmon, were important resources. Nagaoka Fireworks. This wide-scale fireworks festival is held annually on the riverbed of the Shinano River to wish for peace and commemorate the dead. Just like the flame pots, this magnificent fireworks festival, born from the great Shinano River, is a symbol of the history, culture, and spirit of Nagaoka City. Sanjo City. Yagigahana is a steep cliff that towers 180 meters above the Igarashi River, a tributary of the Shinano River. It has been a landmark for people for 20,000 years. There are many sites in the area, including Iwakage site from the Jomon period in Yagigahana itself. A huge village from 5,000 years ago is the Nagano site. It is situated at the meeting point of the three tributaries of the Shinano River, Igarashi, Sumon, and Komade. The magnificent Yagigahana and scenery around the mountains of Awagatake can be seen from there. Over 30 pitted dwellings and numerous pits and pillar holes were found around a central clearing. They are now filled back in, but many people still visit the site. Yoshinoya site. It is a big village from the mid-Jomon period 5,000 years ago in the middle to lower Shinano River Basin. Many cute-looking clay figures, as well as flame-type pots and crown pots, have been excavated. Niigata City. Niigata City has a lagoon created by the Shinano River and Agano River. The beautiful scenery gives the city the name City of Water. Sakata Lagoon, Toyano Lagoon, and Fukushima Lagoon are well known. Each lagoon is created on the alluvial plain of the Shinano and Agano rivers. Fukushima Lagoon is as big as 262 hectares and boasts the highest migration number of bean geese in Japan, which is a country-designated natural treasure. Sakata Lagoon is registered as a wetland of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. Akiha Site, a village site on the North Plateau of the Nitsu Hilly Land in the lower Shinano River Basin. Remains of pitted dwellings and many pots, including crown pots, have been found here. Osawa Site, a village remain in the lower Shinano River Basin at the foot of Mount Kakuda. Pollen and spores from lilies, red spider lilies, flowering fern, Japanese yam, and buckwheat have been found from the soil. We can learn the lifestyles of the people using various plants as food sources. Nitsu Petroleum Heritage Sites. From the Nitsu Hill on the eastern side of the lower Shinano River Basin, crude oil and asphalt were found naturally in ancient times. Artifacts from Osawayachi site and other sites in the area show that asphalt was already used as an adhesive in the Jomon period. It is possible that lumps of asphalt itself were traded. The foods that represent the area are rice, sake, and fish. If you follow down the Shinano River, visiting the sites of the flame-type pots along the Shinano River Flame Pot Road, you will find delicious sake. The blessings of the melted snow water and delicious rice from the rich land nurtured by the great river are brought out by the brewmasters of Echigo, one of the three grandmaster brewers in Japan. In the Edo period, this area was called the Kuidoware of Echigo, which meant the food was equal to the delicious food provided in Osaka. The rich resources of the land and sea can still be enjoyed to their full extent. History and culture has been nurtured along the Shinano River, providing opportunities for pleasure and experience. Flame pots are at the root of Japan. It is Japanese culture itself, along with ukiyo-e and kabuki. Visit the Shinano River Flame Pot Road along the Shinano River and enjoy beautiful scenery and Japanese culture.